Hey Capricorn, welcome to your weekly forecast for May 9th through the 15th. This is for Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video after the time frame I mentioned. That's fine. You're going to find it whenever you were meant to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does and leave what doesn't. Capricorn, we are entering Mercury retrograde starting the 10th. I know it's a time that scares a lot of people, but take a deep breath and remind yourself of all of the Mercury retrogrades you've survived till now. It's going to be okay. And I will say that as we're coming into Mercury retrograde this week, up until the 22nd, Mercury is going to be moving through Gemini. So mental self-care is going to be important at this time. Make sure that you're giving yourself those mental health days, or that you have your little mental health activities, and that you're cautious and aware and caring and being gentle with yourself mentally. The first card that's coming up here for Capricorn is the Moon. Now, the Moon is a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards are always going to come up as we're coming into a significant new chapter of our life. It's a defining moment. So even though I'm setting the intention here for the next 7 days, when the major arcana cards come up, these are energies that are going to be around for much longer than 7 days. But in the next 7 days, it could be kicking off this energy or this new chapter. So the Moon card is also astrologically associated with Pisces and Cancer. Some of you could be dealing with a Pisces or Cancer. If you have a Pisces or Cancer placement, there can be big changes and big shifts happening in those areas of your life. Now the Moon is giving me a very specific feeling here for Capricorn. We've had some really intense moon cycles up until now, and some of you have commented in the comments that you've been feeling it, right? That you've been feeling a little bit more sensitive to the moon energy, or it's been like you've been feeling it pulling at you. Well, now we're in eclipse season, which is intense energy, and we have this Mercury retrograde happening through at this time of eclipse season, going through Gemini and Taurus. So the Moon card comes up for Capricorn with a sense that I feel like you're going to be in your feelings, Capricorn. The Moon card is making me feel like Capricorn is going to be in your feelings at this time, and that a lot of things are going to come to the surface. Okay? And Spirit is saying, look, this stuff is coming to the surface because it's time to let it out. Don't be scared. Don't be afraid of it. You might be more emotional than usual, but this is temporary. It'll balance out. Don't let it scare you. But whatever you do, don't try to fight it. Don't try to fight it or ignore it or repress it. Let it out as it comes to the surface. The Moon card also is like increased intuition, psychic gifts and abilities. So as you're releasing and healing, a lot of you may feel like, wow, I'm really increasing my intuition right now. Like my intuition's on point. You know, you may be really feeling that. You may be really feeling that and getting to that energy. So in this way, also the Moon card can come up a lot of the times when we're in the energy of we talked about psychic gifts and abilities, things coming to the surface. This can also be truths being revealed. So I feel like at this time, Capricorn, I feel like your little truth meter is going to be really strong. And I feel like you're going to have a really strong sense of when somebody's lying to you or somebody's not being honest with you. And Spirit is telling me that you need to really pay attention to it at this time. Pay attention to what your instincts are telling you. Pay attention to what your guts are telling you. A lot of you are going to be able to spot out liars very quickly. Anybody who's being dishonest very quickly. I also feel that something is happening this week for a lot of you where somebody is being exposed. Like the truth is coming out about a person or situation where you're realizing that you dodged a bullet, or you're like, oh, I don't feel bad about it anymore. I don't feel so rejected by this person, or I don't feel so rejected by this situation because I feel like um I dodged a bullet here, right? I feel like some of you are seeing a truth being revealed about a person or situation where maybe before you felt like you weren't being respected, or you weren't being taken seriously, or they didn't like you, and now you're like, you know what, no, this is a good thing. This is a good thing, and I'm happy that this is how it is. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Empress, and this can be both Taurus and Libra energy. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus or Libra. If you have Taurus or Libra placements, there can be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses. Now, coming into the energy of the Empress, again, major arcana. So now you have major arcana cards coming in back to back. So this tells us big changes in a short period of time. Clearing out old karma, clearing out old past life agreements that no longer serve you. Empress is a very creative, very successful energy. Some of you may be feeling a boost of creativity, and whether or not you know this, I'm not sure, but creativity and intuition go hand in hand. Creativity and intuition go together. So as you're increasing, as you're releasing these feelings, healing, having an increase of creativity, I can really say a lot of you Capricorns are coming into your spiritual gifts and abilities. I'm pretty confident of that, seeing these two cards coming in together. You may also be coming into a very prolific time where you're producing a lot. Your productivity may be off the charts right now. So you may be really putting out a lot of really good quality work or creation. If you're like in a creative field, you may be producing a lot more than usual, a lot more higher end stuff or high quality things. Like, not only is your productivity increased and you're producing more, but you're producing really high quality. Okay, I'm getting that feeling and that vibe for you all. Now, this is also a card that can indicate successful self-employment or reaching a high level in your career. For some of you, it's going to become very clear to you why certain things have happened till now, how they've happened. It may be revealed to you that there was something dishonest happening by people that maybe were trying to keep you held down. Maybe they felt threatened by you. Maybe they didn't feel so secure with you around. They may have been saying things or doing things to make themselves look better and make you look bad. And now you're in a situation where those things are being revealed. And so some of you may find yourself in a position or situation where you're finally being promoted or moved up or given bigger responsibilities. Some of you have a supervisor, somebody who is above you that maybe felt very threatened by you and has been kind of trying to hide you a little bit, or like keep the light from hitting you. But I feel with this Moon card and Empress card, they're not going to be able to do that anymore. They're not going to be able to keep you hidden anymore. I'm feeling a sense of like rising to power, right? Empress can also be fertility. And I know a lot of people will watch tarot for love and romance, and so when Empress comes along, it's the feeling or the sense of like, oh, you're gonna have babies, you're gonna be pregnant, you're gonna become a mom, or you're gonna meet the mother of your child. And that can be the case for some of you. You may be manifesting that. But in the weekly forecasts, I try to focus on all the other aspects of this card and all the other ways that it applies. I don't only stick to love and romance. I do love and romance separate on my channel. This could also be divine feminine energy, embracing your divine feminine energy, calling in more high quality feminine energy into your life, calling in more high quality females or into your life. And it doesn't only have to be for dating, it could be for friendships, for collaborations, for whatever it might be. You know, getting away from the toxic femininity and high vibrational energy. You may be stepping into that yourself. You may be calling it into your life. Empress can also be messages coming in from a grandmother or deceased mother figure from the other side, or your maternal side of the family coming in, giving you guidance through these uncertain times and through these transitions. Okay, so some of you might be feeling that or sensing that. You may feel a maternal figure coming in and guiding you through some changes. Your next card here, oh my goodness, is the devil. All right, so it's you, Capricorn. And now look at this. We've got major arcanas back to back, back to back. Even though we're reading for 7 days here, Capricorn, the energy in this coming week is going to be super intense for you guys, right? You're coming into a time of like turbo drive changes, turbo drive, energies shifting, things happening, things coming together, things changing, things shifting. So these energies might feel really intense. You might feel more tired than usual. Be gentle with yourself, be gentle with your body, okay? Now, the Capricorn is, the devil's going to come up in two different ways for you guys. First and foremost, this is your major arcana card. If you don't know, now you know. The devil is representative of Capricorn energy. So for me in my readings, the way that I read, when I'm reading for someone and their major arcana card comes up in the reading, it tells me that everything about the situation that you're dealing with or that you're asking about is directly connected to you coming into your full authenticity and coming fully into your power. So everything you're experiencing right now, you planned or agreed or contracted to experience it, and it's all designed to keep you into your, or have you get into your authenticity, into your confidence, to see yourself in a different light. The things that you would blame or criticize yourself for or judge yourself for, you're realizing, hey, these aren't weaknesses, these are actually strengths. Like, when I apply these things productively, they're actually wonderful tools. They're actually wonderful parts about me. Things that you were embarrassed about, like you just fall in love with yourself in a non-narcissistic way. You fall in love with every aspect of yourself. The things that you judged or criticized, you're like, no, these are actually good points as well. And so you're living in your authenticity. You're not concerned what other people think. You're living your best life. You're in your confidence. So everything right now is about you coming into your power and really embracing yourself fully and really loving yourself fully, every aspect of you. I feel some of you have had a lifetime of second guessing yourself. Like you don't know what to believe, or you see something but then you're like, well, I don't know if I should believe that. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm somebody who is jumping to conclusions. Maybe I'm somebody who's being paranoid, and so you may kind of dismiss certain things, or I hate to say it, Capricorn, you may gaslight yourself. But if that is the case, obviously you would be gaslighting yourself because you grew up that way, right? You had people doing it to you, so you kind of learned to do it to yourself. And these cards are giving me the feeling and the sense that you're breaking out of that. It's like people are not going to be able to gaslight you, and you're not going to be gaslighting yourself anymore. You're going to see the truth, you're going to know the truth, and you're going to be confident in that. If people try to do mind games on you, or try to backtrack out of it, like all of this stuff's not going to work on you anymore. You're in your confidence. You see. The other way the devil is coming up, and keep in mind, As I said, as we're in Mercury retrograde and Mercury is moving through the sign of Gemini, we're going to have a lot of, or moving through Taurus and Gemini, we're going to have a lot of, um, need to pay attention to our mental health. We're going to have a lot of need to pay attention to uh, our thought process, stress, anxiety, worry. And the devil card can also be associated with that negative ego that comes in and says, hey, look, you're not good enough. Just give up, right? It can definitely be negative ego. And the closer you are to massive change, and the closer you are through like massive breakthroughs, the more the negative ego panics because it hates change, even when the change is good. So if there's this big, massive change coming up, negative ego is going to come down hard and say and do whatever it needs to do to convince you to stop reaching, to convince you to stop moving forward. So pay attention and be mindful of your thought process. Some of you are going to be hit with negative ego very hard at this time because the changes that are coming in are so big. They're so massive and you're so close to them. So be on top of that and logic and reason your way through it. Wow, I must be really close to a massive change because negative ego is coming down on me so hard right now, right? You can pray, you can meditate, you can ask Archangel Jophiel to help you to see the beauty in yourself and around you, and to be more loving to yourself in your thoughts, and to see the beauty around you and call beauty into your life. But some of you are going to have to be aware of negative ego. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is completion of a project. All of your hard work, everything you've been doing, you're coming to completing it, you're coming to finishing it, and you're walking away with, experience, knowledge, new tools. Something has come to a close, something has come to an end. You can lay down this burden and move on to new endeavors, move on to new things. So I feel a sense here that a lot of you Capricorns that have been on this very long quest for self improvement are finally giving yourself credit like, hey, I've done a good job. I've come a long way. I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with who I am. I'm proud of myself, right? And I'm ready to go out there and do the things that I want to do. Whereas before you were like, well, I want to do this or I want to do that, but first I need to work on this part of me or that part on me. I feel some of you have overall just been very critical of yourselves and like being a perfectionist with yourself. But I feel like with the Ten of Wands, you're just in this energy where you're like, you know what? I see all that I've accomplished. I see all that I am, right? And I deserve to live my life now. Some of you have just been putting yourself on the back burner, or delaying or procrastinating or telling yourself you're not worthy of this or that. All of that is done. Like, you're here, you're showing up, you're ready to receive, you're ready to live. And guess what? When you're coming in that energy, you're going to receive, you're going to live. So this is a powerful shift, a powerful change. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Keep in mind that the love readings for me are also linked in the description. Those of you who want more love and romance type stuff, that is available too. I thank you all for watching. Hopefully I'll see you all in the daily messages that I've been doing as well, the card of the day. Keep an eye out for that. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Bye, Capricorn. Be well.